welcome everybody. Good morning. Morning. Buen dias. Buen dias. Cool. Today's workout, it's called Barbarian. Hey Jen. It's called Barbarian, today's workout. The time domain. So we're working for 10 minutes at a time. We're doing these series of 5 movements for 10 minutes. If we finish early in those 10 minutes, say we finish at 8 minutes, we have 2 minutes rest. We repeat that 3 times over. So be sure to take a peek at the clock as well after you're done all the work, after that during your work intervals during that 10 minutes, and note that your score, your time, is going to be your slowest round. So be aggressive on these rounds, but keep in mind your time is the slowest round, so you don't want to have too much variation between your first round and your last round. Cool? So what we're doing in between the rounds, in between these 10 minutes, is 20 pull-ups if you have a pull-up bar. Anyone out there using a pull-up bar, go ahead, raise your hand if you're doing the pull-ups. Jen? Sweet?
Yeah, I'm going to do strict pull-ups, so I can't kip this early in the morning. I'll wake the house up.
Okay, cool.
So I'm just going to do 10.
Okay, just cut that in half, do 10. That's a
Yeah.
good option, especially with push-ups immediately after. So I think 10 is a decent number. You'll definitely be feeling those 10, especially after 3 rounds. That's great.
Perfect. Thanks.
Doing some pull-ups as well. Cool, nice. Make sure you tape those hands up adequately, and I don't want to see any too bad of rips. I know you're a ripper there. Okay, cool. So 20 pull-ups. This is the some equipment version. 20 pull-ups going into 30 push-ups, going into 40 ab mat sit-ups, going into 50 air squats, and then hitting a 500-meter run. So let's talk about those movements for the some equipment version. 20 pull-ups can be either kipping, strict, butterfly. Jen just mentioned that if doing strict pull-ups, maybe cutting that number in half, doing 10 strict pull-ups, definitely a little more stimulus on the strict pull-ups where you rock your shoulders. Then 30 push-ups. You want to do a demo of a push-up, John? Cool. So if 30 seems like a lot to you, then consider doing push-ups from your knees, getting that full range of motion still, being sure to lock out your arms to the top, still keeping the hips off the ground, getting that chest to the ground. So there's some options there. As long as you're getting the full range of motion, push-ups to your knees, totally great, totally acceptable. What we really want to be after is getting those hands screwed into the ground, getting that full range of motion. Going into 40 ab mat sit-ups. We've seen ab mat sit-up. We see straight legged ab mat sit-up. Straight legs. A little more engagement from the hip flexor. Still getting that full range of motion though, still leading with the chest. We don't want to have the back rounded during these 40 sit-ups. Going into 50 air squats. Ending on the 50 air squats. Making sure that hip crease comes below the knee. Then a run 500 meters. Substitute. I know it's been raining this morning. A great substitute is 200 mountain climbers. We see some mountain climbers. That's great. Very cool. So those of us that don't have a pull-up bar, we're going to talk about bent over rows, but we're going to double that number for the bent over rows. 40 bent over rows. Let's check these out. Slight bend to the knee, making sure that object comes all the way to the chest, not externally rotating, making sure it's fully engaged through the midline. Cool stuff? So 10-minute intervals. We want to make sure that we have at least 1 minute of rest as well. So if you're going to go over that 9-minute mark, you might want to think about scaling some of these repetitions back. Any questions about the time domain of this workout or the movements that we're going to do? Jen, are you doing the rower?
Yeah, I'm going to row, if that's okay.
That's okay. Yeah, 500 meters on the rower. Hit that rower at the end. Once again, our score is the slowest round we do over these three sets.
Okay.
Cool stuff. Nice, guys. So our question of the day today on our social media is, what is the first concert you've attended? So think back to that first concert. Might be like NSYNC, might be Led Zeppelin. I think mine was, my first full concert that I went to by myself was Bush. I saw Bush, which is pretty cool. That was a pretty cool concert. I don't know, I was pretty stoked. Had my mom pick me up in the parking lot. You know, had the family whistle going on just in case I got in trouble. But yeah, go ahead, jump on Facebook, jump on Instagram, and chime in on that. Get some good conversation going. Oh, cool. Our mindset piece. Albert Einstein said, "The most important decision we make is whether we live in a hostile or friendly universe." Albert Einstein. With this, he was saying that we can look at the world as like a dog-eat-dog world, or we can kind of look at the world as people are innately good. People really have good intentions. They can define the way you look at things. The notes went on to say, we don't get what we want. We more so get what we expect. So if we're expecting a terrible result, and that's our attitude going into things, more than likely, that'll be the outcome. But if we go into situations and we have the best intentions, the best hopes for everybody in this situation as well as us, we tend to get what we expect in that scenario as well. So very important to go into, especially these, you know, kind of more trying scenarios that we go through day to day now. We have to really make sure we go in with our best intentions and keep in mind that there's good people around us as well, and they probably have the best intentions too. Cool, nice. Albert Einstein, not a bad person to take advice from, that's for sure. All right, guys, we're gonna start with a warm-up. We're gonna do 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off for our warm-up. We're gonna start with our Samson stretch. So shake it out a little bit, 30 seconds, Samson stretch. Here we go. Samson stretch, lunging forward, keeping that back leg, that back knee off of the ground, maybe holding that for 3 to 5 seconds at a time, then alternating legs. Want to make sure we're trying to drive our head through our shoulders, kind of lighten our shoulders up a little bit, getting ready for those push-ups, getting ready for those pull-ups. A little push-pull movement today. Good, driving through, breathing at the end when we drive our head through our shoulders. All right, we're gonna screw our shoulders into the ground now. We're gonna get to our glute bridges. Driving our hips up into the air with these glute bridges. And go. Squeezing our bum up top. Make sure we're getting full extension in our hips. The first two movements today, the pull-ups and the push-ups, ideally, those are the only movements we're gonna break up. So let's be smart about going into it, how we're gonna break those up, because we're probably gonna send the rest through at an aggressive pace. Here we go. Driving our shoulders in the ground, our points of contact, our shoulders, our heels, squeezing our bum up top, getting these glute bridges in. Awesome stuff. Now we're going to go into our air squats. Let's really be sure we're leading with our hips on these air squats. Driving our knees out. When we drive our knees out and we look down, we should only be able to see our big toe. We want to make sure our big toe is visible. Really nice, making sure we get that full range of motion, opening up our hips at the top every time. Going to see 50 of these each round. That's 150 air squats. Want to make sure we're doing them effectively, efficiently. All right, going into our Spider-Man stretch. Lunging forward, once again, keeping that back leg active, meaning we're going to keep our knee off of the ground, putting our elbow to the inside of our heel, really opening up, and then that sun salutation at the end. Summoning the sun to come up this morning with the Superman stretch, or the Spider-Man stretch. Got my comic book heroes confused there. The Spider-Man stretch, shooting our spider web to the ceiling. Spider web to the ceiling. Awesome stuff. Externally rotating our midline. Cool, we're gonna get back down for our glute bridge. We're gonna do a single leg glute bridge. Still opening up our hips, driving our leg out, our single leg into the air. We're gonna keep that going on one leg for the next 15 seconds, then we're gonna switch it up. So let's switch that up in 3, 2, 1. Oh, switcheroo, let's do it. Awesome, still making sure we squeeze our bum at the top while we're driving our alternate leg into the sky. Be sure to switch here, guys. There we go, cool. We're gonna go into an air squat with that 3-second pause at the bottom. Going down, once again, leading with our hips in this air squat. that 3-second pause in the bottom. Really think about driving your knees out on this pause. When we're in that bottom, think about where our weight's just distributed on this pause. If it's coming to your toes, that's no good. Want to make sure we're loaded in the hips, loaded through the heels, through this pause. Give yourself a 1 Mississippi alligator crocodile at the bottom. Holding that pause. 1, 2, 3, and up. Cool. Nice. And up. We are going to go into our push-up to down dog. Going to get that full range of motion with our push-up. Making sure we're not snaking out through this push-up. And then driving our head through our shoulders. Trying our best to glue our heels down to the ground through this down dog. Really engaging our hamstrings a bit by driving our heels down. Maybe pedaling a little bit on that end. Feeling it out. Feeling our range of motion through that down dog. That's great. Don't forget to breathe on this. Good time to breathe is when you drive your head through your shoulders. Take that big sip of fresh air. Down to our glute bridge. Once again, we're doing glute bridge walkouts. So get those engaged hips. Drive them to the ceiling. Little scuttle steps on the way out. Walk it out. Walk it back in. Nice little steps. But don't forget to continue to drive your hips into the ceiling while we're doing those steps. Don't disengage your hips. Keep your bum squeezed. Still driving up to the ceiling, to the garage door opener, to that chandelier in your living room. Keep it going. Small steps. Walk it out on our heels. That's great. All right, we're going to go into jumping air squats now. We're going to get our heart rate up a little bit. We're going to see if we can do the full 30 seconds of jumping air squats, being sure to break parallel each time. That means hip crease below the knees. Small jump up top. Don't have to break any jump records here. We just have to make sure there's a little bit of light under our feet, getting that nice bound, going right back in to another air squat. Let's keep our chests high throughout. Good, nice little hop. Nice, Shauna, looks great. Richard, I see your silhouette. Looking good. Let's be sure not to dump forward. Keeping our chest high here, guys. Awesome stuff. Okay, shake it out a bit. We're going to go into a little bit of mobility. We're going to do 1 minute in our child's pose. So we're going to get down to our child's pose, making sure we're driving our hips back, putting our head between our shoulders. We're going to hold that for 1 minute. Here we go, guys. Child's pose. And go. Here we go. Opening up our thoracic a little bit, especially if you're doing some pull-ups today. You want to make sure your shoulders are nice and engaged, your midline's engaged. Think about your breathing down in this child's pose. You breathe into your nose, out through your mouth. Maybe hold your breath for a 3-second at the top, 3-second at the bottom. And keep sinking back, driving your hips back, driving your sit bones back, driving your bum back. Keep that child's pose going, already 40 seconds in. Nice way to open up here. Just 10 more seconds in that child's pose. You kind of move your shoulders around while you're at the bottom there. Get ready for those push-ups as well. 30 push-ups, high volume. And come on back up. Very nice. All right. We're going to go into a tabletop stretch. Tabletop stretch. So we're going to screw our hands into the ground, screw our heels into the ground. We're going to turn ourselves into a coffee table. That means we're going to try to keep, just like the glute bridge, we're going to try to squeeze our bum at the top, making ourselves a nice plank at the top. Ready, guys? 3, 2, 1. Tabletop stretch. If you look at my demo here, keeping a nice kind of a table position. Points of contact, hands into the ground, feet into the ground. Trying to make yourself as flat as possible on your tummy through your hips. Like if you had a nice glass of orange juice in the morning and it's laying on your abs, Trying to make sure that it won't spill one way or the other. Best way to do that is to engage your hips, squeeze your bum, turning yourself into a tabletop. Already 35 seconds in. It's a challenging one. Even engage your shoulders throughout this. The more engaged, the more chance we'll have to maintain this posture. 15 more seconds. Keep it going. Breathe through it. Easy to forget to breathe. Want to make sure you're breathing throughout. Nice, controlled. Just 5 more seconds to go in this tabletop. Mesa top. Here we go. 2, 1, and rest. Come on back down. Really nice, guys. Cool. Grab a drink of water. We're going to go into some movement preps. Movement preps after this. Thank you, John. Thanks, Demo. That was nice. Okay, our movement preps today. We're going to talk about, my pull-uppers. So Kirsten and Jen, for our pull-ups, we're going to do 10 scat pull-ups. We're going to hang from the bar, engage, disengage our shoulders there, making sure our shoulders are nice and awake, that little wakey, eggs and bakey. Getting 10 scat pull-ups in. Then we're going to go to 5 kip swings, then to 1 to 3 strict pull-ups. My push-uppers, we're going to do a 30-second plank at the top of our push-up, going into a 20-second plank at the bottom. All right, guys, we're going to start the clock, getting that 30-second plank at the top. Let's make sure, just like a tabletop, we want to think about that glass of orange juice on our back, making sure it doesn't spill one way or the other. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Nice solid plank. Think about very engaged in the midline. Think about screwing our arms in. I say screwing our arms in, you're not literally turning your hands, but you're externally rotating. And that way your elbow pits are facing out, facing maybe towards the camera right now, so I can see your elbow pits. Already 25 seconds in. 3, 2, 1, and down to the bottom of our push-up. Try to hold that the best we can by keeping our hips off of the ground still. Just hovering above. 8 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Come on, back up. All right, we're going to get 5 full push-ups in now. Shake it out a little bit. Get those 5 full push-ups in. Still thinking about screwing our arms into the ground as we get those push-ups in. If we're off the bar, let's jump in these push-ups. Really think about screwing our arms in. We're doing the pull-ups today. It's going to be a lot of pull, then push. Once again, these are the only 2 movements we're going to break up in the workout. So let's come in with a plan there. We don't want to fry ourselves and do 10 strict or 20 kipping pull-ups all in a row, and then have to break it up into singles in our last 2 sets. Okay, very cool. We're going to get into our sit-up. Find your ab mat. We're going to do some sit-ups. We're going to start with 5 straight-legged sit-ups. So let's really think about leading with our chest here and using our arms for momentum through these sit-ups. So as you drive with your chest, whip your arms above your head, sending yourself up there, making sure we're breaking parallel. Our chest is getting past our hip crease to our knees. Good, 5 straight leg. Now let's do 5 with a bend to our knees. So instead of straight leg, we're gonna bend our knees, screwing our heels into the ground. We're not doing that diamond shape yet, Shauna. We're just gonna bend our knees, screwing our heels into the ground through those sit-ups. Still leading with our chest, using our arms for momentum. That looks good. Nice, Shauna. Now we're going to do 5 with that diamond shape. We're going to get that diamond shape. We're going to paste our heels together, making sure we're nice and locked, getting 5 sit-ups. Once again, leading with our chest, keeping our arms swing over our head for that momentum, driving our chest to break that parallel. Awesome stuff, guys. We're gonna pop back up. We're gonna go into our air squats now. After this air squat prep, we're gonna have to get right into this workout. It's a longer workout, 30 minutes with those 3 sets. So we're gonna start with 5 slow air squats. Just like the push-ups where we screwed our arms into the ground, think about screwing your heels into the ground. That'll drive your knees out when we get to the bottom of that push-up. That bottom of that air squat. What we don't want is our knees coming in. We want to screw our knees out, creating a little bit of torque at the bottom. Let's get 5 slow squats in. Morning, Finley. Finley the dog joining us. Awesome. Then we're going to get 3 with a bottom pause. A 3-second bottom pause. We're going to do 3. Once again, think about using that torque, driving our knees out at the bottom. We start driving our knees out, all sorts of good things will start happening. We'll making sure we're driving for our heels, keeping our chest nice and high with that torque. Then we're going to do 5 game speed air squats. 50 air squats in this workout. We don't want to break up these air squats. We want to find a nice aggressive pace we're going to be able to hold before that run or before those mountain climbers or before that row. That's great, guys. Well, very nice. We're going to do a practice round. We're going to get right into this. Our practice round is going to be 6 bent over rows or 3 pull-ups, going into 3 push-ups, going into 6 sit-ups, 9 air squats, 12 mountain climbers, or a 100-meter run if you're running. So that's 6 bent over rows, 3 push-ups, 6 sit-ups, 9 air squats, 12 mountain climbers. Cool stuff? Starting with those 6 or the 3 pull-ups. I'm gonna start the clock. You don't have to win the warm-up, you don't have to win the practice round, but kind of feel what it's like to go game speed on this one, find that pace you wanna get into. All right, guys, starting on those bent over rows or the 3 pull-ups. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Practice round. Really keeping a nice controlled midline through these bent over rows. Going into those 3 push-ups. Screwing our arms into the ground. Going to 6 sit-ups. Getting all 6 in there, leading with our chest. Using our arms for momentum. Then getting into 9 air squats after those sit-ups. Really try to keep your chest high on these, Kirk. Drive those knees out on these air squats. Yeah, that's better. Looking up's always a good option. Trying to keep your chest up. Nice, Kirk. Going into 12 mountain climbers or a 100-meter run or a 100-meter row. Getting those fast transitions going. Once again, your slowest round is your score. So let's think about not making our first round that slowest round. But we still don't want to blow ourselves out. So looks good. Way to drive from your heels, Jen, on that row. Go, not dropping the handle, looks great. Okay, guys, go ahead and use the washroom. Grab a drink of water, give your dog a scratch on the head, grab a cup of coffee, whatever you need. We're gonna start the workout in 2 minutes. Do you have any questions?
If I do the assault bike, should it be like a minute and a half? What should it be?
On the assault bike, I would recommend, we're doing 500 meters on the rower. So I would recommend on the assault bike doing 15 cal. A kilometer on the assault bike. 1K on the assault bike.
Okay.
Yeah, 1K. Cool.
Hey, Zach.
Yes.
With the bent over rows, am I holding the head and the tail at the same time?
You can do, if you do 40 bent over rows, you can do 5 on each side and alternate until you get to that 40.
Got it.
Yeah. Remember, guys, you want to leave yourself at least a minute of rest between these. So if you find yourself creeping into that 9-minute range, maybe switch up your scaling options from there. The sticky point is going to be these first two movements as well with those push-ups. So really think about breaking those up from the start. Even if you maybe can send 30 push-ups in a row through, maybe think about breaking those up in maybe sets of 10, even 5 if you can get right back on it. Cool stuff. All right, we're going to start this one up. Everybody ready for that first movement, the bent over rows or the 20 pull-ups? Nice, thumbs up all around. Looks great. We're gonna start in 10 seconds. I'm gonna give you a 10-second countdown. Plenty of time to get jazzed. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Let's get those bent over rows in. Let's stay nice and engaged through that midline for these bent over rows. Slight bend to the knee. Try to keep real engaged midline here. Really think about exploding through the middle of that bent over row. Try not to dump out on the way back down on that descent. Try to stay nice and controlled the entire time. The more control you have through these bent over rows, the more effective they'll be. Nice, Mel, good. Give you a nice, consistent, aggressive pace through these. Keep it going. Getting as much work as we can in these 10-minute windows. Let's do it. Moving on to those push-ups. Getting that full range of motion in. Keeping our hips off the ground through these push-ups. Getting that big lockout, screwing our arms into the ground. Looks great, guys. Keep it going. Go. Making sure we're hitting that bottom position. Looks good, Shauna. Externally rotating every time. Give it a good shake out. Maybe sending your hips back on the rest part. Back in that child's pose for a few seconds. Then back into those push-ups. Utilizing that rest. This is the last movement we're going to break up. We want to be able to get right in those ab mat sit-ups. Here we go. Really paste your heels together on these sit-ups, Kirk. Really paste those heels. Make sure your hips are nice and locked in. Don't be afraid to whip your arms, Shauna. Whip your arms and lead with your chest. That'll give you your momentum. Get some speed through the midline here. Those 40 ab mat sit-ups. Keep it going. Here you go. Keep driving through, Kirsten. Quick transitions to those sit-ups. Thanks, Richard. Keep it going, keep it going. We're about 3 minutes in, guys. 3 minutes in. Right into the heart of the first round here. Looks like everybody's on the sit-ups. Get into those larger rounds. Trying to find that aggressive pace we're going to settle into. Remember, we don't want our first round to be our slowest round. We want to hold ourselves to a high precedent here. Keep driving through. Remember, driving with our chest, avoiding rounding our backs here. Want to make sure we have a nice neutral spine leading with our chest. Go, getting into those air squats. Keep it going. We're thinking about driving our knees out at the bottom of that air squat. Leading with our hips, driving our knees out. go, getting all 50 in. Let's be sure we're not coming to our toes here, even though we might be fatigued. Always better to sit a bit back in our heels, load up our hips instead. Here we go, keep it going, Mel. Here we go, drive with our chest. Good, Kirsten. Right back into them. Good, nice. Here we go, try to keep your eyes up, Kirk. Eyes up, Shauna. Find a little spot on the wall. Keeping our chest nice and high. 4.5 minutes in. Be real aggressive on these. Good, good full lockout up top, Kirk. Way to get that full range of motion in. Super important, getting that full range. Here we go, quick transitions. Hit that rower. Get that fan wheel going. Driving through. Utilizing our main power source through that rower. That'll be our legs, that'll be our quads. Driving through our heels. Here we go, moving into those mountain climbers. Staying real light on our feet through these mountain climbers. Keep it going. 5 minutes, 30 seconds in. Here we go, hit that bike, Kirsten, hit that bike. Here we go, 6 minutes in, guys. Let's get those last cows, that last K. Here we go, Kurt. Keep it going. Keep it going. Let's go. Hammer those last cows out, Jen. Keep driving. Keep driving. Get a rest after this. 6:30. Here we go, Kirk. Give it a good shake back on. We get the built-in rest here after this round. 6:53. $6.59, Jen. Here we go. Keep it going, Kirsten. Hit that bike. Here we go. Stay light on our feet, Kirk. Get these last ones in. Here we go. Keep it going. Here we go. Keep it going. Keep it going. 7:36, Kirsten. Nice job. Take advantage of that rest. 7:47, Mel. Welcome back, guys. Nice cool run. 2 minutes. 2 minutes till we start again. An opportunity to kind of lower your heart rate after those mountain climbers or that run or that assault bike. Good time to think about those push-ups and how you broke them up. Maybe you want to do it the same way. Maybe you want to adjust these last 2 rounds. Really think about those transitions on this workout. 4 big transitions on this workout. So you can move from one to the other. Move from those ab mat sit-ups to your air squats efficiently. After that whole push at the start, kind of moves down the line through the midline, the ab mats, to the squats, then to the run. All right, guys, 30 seconds. We're going to start it up again. Get ready on those pull-ups. Get ready on those bent over rows. All right, guys, 15 seconds. We're going to start her off again. Get ready on those pull-ups. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Here we go, staying controlled through the midline. That's what these bent over rows are all about, keeping control, making sure we're not externally rotating our body. We're exploding through the mid-range there when we get these bent over rows to our chest. Here we go, getting them all in. Splitting the work up if you're doing single dumbbell, being smart about that. Getting that pull in, keeping an engaged core. Nice, Kirsten. Good transitions. Here we go, Jen. Really nice. Good full range of motion. Those look great. Really good. Making sure we're not chicken winging out. Keeping our elbows nice and tucked in on these push-ups. Good, Shauna. Those look great. Great push-ups. Remember, be smart about breaking these up. This is the middle round here. This could be the one that gets you. You want to make sure it's not. Go, leading with our chest on those sit-ups. Keeping a neutral spine, not rounding our back. Using our chest to drive ourselves through those sit-ups. Using our arms for a bit of momentum. Two minutes in, guys. 2 minutes in. Nice, Kirk. Way to lead with your chest here. That's great. Good stuff. Quick transitions. Nice transition, Kirsten. Way to just roll right into it. Now to the movements we're not going to break up. We're going to keep a nice aggressive pace on these. 2 minutes and 45 seconds in. Keep it going. Think about our breathing on these sit-ups. We don't want a big belly of air when we get to the top. Breathing out as we get to the top there. Good job, guys. Really nice. Good, Jen. Good consistency. Want to stay consistent on these push-up or these sit-ups. We'll be slightly uncomfortable the whole time. We want to push this a little bit, especially this middle round. Let's go. Here we go. Quick transitions to those squats. Right into it. Get the first few out, then fall into your pace. Go, guys. 4 minutes in. Keep it going. Here we go. Being nice and aggressive on these sit-ups, moving right into those air squats. Making sure we're breaking parallel on the way down and opening up our hips on the way up top. Keeping that low back engaged, driving your chest high on these air squats. Let's get all 50 in there. Get to that halfway point, then finish the rest off. Keep it going. Here we go. Good, Richard. Way to stay consistent on these. Good full range of motion. Quick transition onto that rower. Start hammering that machine. You can sell it on this one. Only 5 minutes in. That means you're going to get a big, nice, long rest. But you got to hammer this machine. Good, Kirk. Keep it going. Got to stay consistent on the last ones. Keep moving through. Go, good. Right into those mountain climbers. Kind of mentally breaking them up into sets, getting to that 200. 200 mountain climbers. Keep it going. That's a lot of work, those 200 mountain climbers. Looks great. Really nice, Richard. Stay consistent on these. There we go. Hit that run. You can recover on the run. You can recover on the machine. 6 minutes, 15 seconds in. Keep it going. Here we go. Keep driving through. Go, 6:45 in, go, finish this last part. 6:47. Keep it going, Kirk. Big shakeout, then back on. Here you go, Kirsten. Keep those elbows tucked in, push. 7:01. Here we go, crushing down on that assault bike. Driving through your midfoot, 7:13, Shauna. Here we go, driving through. Elbows close, pushing through. Keep it going, Kirsten, you got this. Nice, 7:44, Kirsten. Nice work. Here we go, nice 2 minutes of rest coming up here. Getting done within that time frame. Getting ready to go to our last round, 2 minutes of rest. All those transitions looked a lot more effective that time. No little steps, rolling out from those push-ups right into those ab mat sit-ups. And right into those air squats. We're gonna move from one movement to the next. Those transitions are a big time waster. Good job not falling into that trap and wandering around in between. Here we go, just over a minute of rest. This is the last round. You can really kind of shell out on this round. Still stay smart about those first movements though. You want to be halfway through the push-ups. and burn your shoulders out. If you had an effective rep scheme, be sure to stick to that. Trust your plan. You know, guys, 45 seconds. We're going to start this back up. Looks like the sun's rising a little bit for our runners. That's nice. Sip in that nice morning air, morning dew. Here we go, guys. 25 seconds. We're going to be there. Get ready on our first movement. Those bent over rows, those pull-ups. 15 seconds. Here we go. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Here we go. Stay nice, controlled in that midline. Staying engaged through these bent over rows. Give me a nice hollow body position on these pull-ups. Go, trying to keep our toes pointed on these pull-ups. Go, exploding through our midline on these bent over rows. Engaging that core power we have. Keeping a lot of tension. You want something to pull against on these bent over rows. You want to keep a lot of tension through your midline. Moving right into our push-ups. A couple quick steps back and then do our push-ups. Remembering our rep scheme. Still being smart about it. We definitely want to make sure our last round's not our slowest round. We want this to be our fastest round. Screwing our hands into the ground. Externally rotating our elbows. We want to see our elbow pits facing forward on these push-ups, keeping our elbows close as well to our midline. Want to avoid the chicken wing out, the dreaded chicken wing. Keep it going. Nicely done. Good, good tempo, Richard. After these push-ups, move right into those sit-ups. You can bust a big set of these sit-ups out right from these push-ups. Keep those transitions on your mind. 2 minutes in. Good, quick rest, then back on. We got this, guys. Nice, good transition, Jen. Way to lead you with your chest, Shauna. That's good. Good neutral spine. Here you go. Nice speed, Mel. Nice speed. Keep it going. Way to utilize your arms, Kirk. Keep utilizing your arms. Keep that momentum going. Exercising that full range of motion. Getting ready to pop right back up into those air squats. You don't want to waste time after these sit-ups. You want to go right into those air squats. Nice and consistent. Good movement. Keep going. This is the last round. Want to be aggressive this round. Home stretch of the last round. This is where you can kind of turn it on. You can put your foot on the pedal a little bit here. Start moving through. Get through those air squats. Let's go. All you have is the run or the row or the mountain climbers left. This is where you make up that time on these air squats. Keep it going. Get that full range. Big lockout up top. Getting that full range of motion. Let's go. Keep moving through. Let's go, Kirsten. Keep moving through these. Be fast on these ones. Let's go, Rich. You got this, Kirk. Let's go. Moving through, moving through. Go, 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 go. Let's make this our fastest round. Let's go. Let's go, Kirk. Down and up, down and up. Go. Nice, Richard. Keep moving through. Aggressive. Let's be aggressive on this pace. We're almost 5 minutes in. Let's go. Let's be fast here. Let's go, Richard. Let's go. Keep moving through. It's okay if it burns a little bit. Let's go. Quick transitions. Let's get those meters in. Go, 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 go. Let's go, Kirsten. Keep moving through. We can be fast here. We can be fast here. Last round, last movements. Push through on this one. Here we go. Drive through. Each drive. Push through with your legs. Push that machine away. Go. Here we go, Kirsten. Keep it going. We can do big sets here, Kirk. Big sets here. Here we go. Good job, Richard. Keep it going. Let's be fast here. Start moving the bike, Kirsten. Start moving the bike. You got this. Go. Keep it going. Drive through with your legs, Jen. Go. Push down. Every pedal counts, Kirsten. Push down on that machine. Push down. Keep it going. Let's go, Kirk. 6:32. Let's go. Once your legs are ready, back on. Keep it going. Keep it going. 6:45 now. Nice work. Here we go. Get these last meters, Jay. Get these last meters. Go. 7:02. Nice, Shauna. Nice job, Kirk. Let's go, Kirsten. Push through here. Push through. Each drive. Sell out here a little bit. Go. Finish hard. Finish hard. Keep moving through. Push, 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 go. Push, pull with your arms. Drive with your legs, go. $7.56, nice work. Good work, guys. Okay, I'll have Richard coming back here from the run. Push through, Rich. Nice. Good job. I'll give you guys a few moments to check out your times. Then I'm going to take your slowest times. All right. All right. John, what was your slowest time? What was your slowest time?
Were you asking me?
Kirsten.
7:55.
Nice. What was your fastest time?
First round was 7:29.
Yeah, you were pretty fast that first round. That was good. What was your first time?
I honestly have no idea what any of my times were. Sorry.
All right.
Smiley face.
Yeah. Triple, because there's 3 rounds. Triple application. Startup, what was your slowest time?
7:38.
Kirk, what was your slowest time?
7:50.
7:50. How are those mountain climbers, Kirk?
They sucked. They're hard for me.
Yeah, I saw you bust out some big sets, a little bit each time, and bust out some more big sets. Well done. We get through those. Jen, what was your slowest time?
7:02.
7:02. Nicely done. Went for that rower as well. Good transition at the end. Just got right on and started crushing it. Well done. Mel, slowest time.
7:47.
7:47? Yeah. You're playing. Awesome. Well done, everybody. Good work.
Thanks, Zach.
Way to get it in early. Well done. It's good to see everybody. I don't see everybody as much as I used to. Now that we're not like, well, I guess we don't literally see everybody, but the morning crew, right? But way to get it in early. Well done. Good job. I hear the birds chirping in someone's, probably in someone's garage. Sounds nice. Well done. We'll put a ROM WOD on afterwards. If you guys want to get a good stretch in, a little swollen flexy there, get a ROM WOD in, get some mobility going. Well done. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much, Zach.
Thanks, Zach.
Good job, guys.
Okay. Shauna, did you do the support your box workout yet?
No, I haven't yet. Have you?
No, not yet. I was going to conquer it later today.
Okay.
Text.
I was considering it as well.
Yeah, text me when you do it. Like, we have till Friday, but I want to get it done.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. Zach, just so you know, you're still recording this.
Oh, thank you.
Shauna, did you register, Shauna?
No. Am I too late?
No.
Okay.